Hi there, and welcome to the Rangers News YouTube channel. It's Jordan Carlisle here alongside Cammy Willis.
How you doing?
And James Black.
Hello.
And just touching on the January transfer window, we're going to look at areas of potential improvement in the Rangers squad at the minute. So, obviously, on a good run going into the winter break, and I think the general consensus will be that there's going to be players going out the way. But what do we feel needs to be strengthened?
I don't think there's a huge amount of strengthening needing done in January. I think 1 to 11 we're in a really, really good place. Maybe another 2 or 3 players outside that kind of core side that can come in. Your Defoes, your Scott Arfields. After that, I think we really need to start looking at adding a bit more quality and depth, because I do think that's kind of where Rangers are short now.
Okay. I think that's the word, quality. I think that if a quality option becomes available, particularly like a kind of young player, somebody that could potentially develop into an asset, you don't necessarily have to play and walk straight into the first 11. If somebody becomes available, I do think Rangers will be willing to spend a little bit of money in January, kind of consolidate the position that they're in, because it'd be foolish not to. You know what I mean? You have to think kind of progressively like that.
I think especially after qualifying in Europe, getting out of the group, I think that maybe frees up a little bit of, they're not going to stress too much about shipping out for 1 or 2 extra players, but we're just going to have a wee look through the squad then, basically, or positionally wise, and see how strong we are. So we're talking keepers. We've obviously got McGregor, Fotheringham at the minute.
Keeper's one where you could see an arrival simply because McGregor's the only one that's in a contract beyond the end of the season. I think the expectation is going to be that Firth's away, Fod's away, Jack Annick's gone. So you're going to need to bring somebody in almost certainly just as backup for McGregor next season. So you might see a move this next month to bring somebody in and at least kind of get them bedded in, have settled in, and kind of push on McGregor. But you're not going to be going out for a number 1 yet.
See, it's interesting because Rangers were like a kind of range of names in the goalkeeper position. That Hladke, the boy at Preston.
Pompey, Portsmouth keeper.
McGillivray. Sheffield, I think Sheffield Wednesday actually is the other guy. So I think you can see what we're trying to do. I don't know if it's just paper talk, but try to get like a young kind of goalkeeper in for 1 year behind McGregor, because McGregor might go beyond next season, but he's not going to go forever. Yeah. I think you will eventually see a level of investment in that position for a good young goalkeeper, but
I think they're still holding out hope on Robbie McCrory
being
the long-term replacement, and it's maybe just my bias towards the Colts coming through there, but I do still think that Robbie's the preferred long-term option. So whether it's a case of kind of trying to milk what you can at McGregor for the next year, 2 years, whilst Robbie goes out and plays more games on loan, you get like a McGillivray who I think's 28, 29 or something.
Yeah, is he?
You bring him in, you get him a year or 2 just to kind of sit, play back up. If you even need a year out of him as a first choice, you've got somebody that's got experience. He's Scotland squad number. He's played a decent level in England. So I mean, you think he could at least come in and do a job for a season.
Okay, so probably move on to the back 4. At the minute we've got 4 centre halves. One is injured, a very unique injury apparently to Phil Palander, but let's hope that he'll be back in the new year. So you've 4 centre backs. Any improvements there?
Nah, I can't see it either. Can't see it. No, really
guys like Lewis Mayo as well, sort of coming from behind.
And he's highly rated as well.
Yeah, he could be on the bench.
Ross McCrory can play there as much as Gerrard insists he's a midfielder. I still disagree with that.
So we've got 4 in the middle at the back. Fullbacks. We've got Tav, Polster, Flanagan.
Fullbacks
Barisic,
you could
Flanagan.
probably do with quality behind the first choice, but Tav and Barisic are absolutely first pick there. You're not taking either of those 2 out.
Yeah.
Maybe a left back, I don't know.
A left footer.
I don't think they'll sign him in January.
But again, it kind of falls into the same position with goalkeepers. With Flanagan's deals up, Halliday's deals up, so it may not be one that might be looked at in the summer rather than dealt with now, because January's a difficult time to get decent value.
Yeah,
I think
that's what it'll be.
Probably with Barisic, my thing would be that if he is not fit, if he's injured and out of the team, Rangers have to completely change the way they play. Yeah. Because Flanagan cannot offer anything similar to what he can, neither can Halliday. So maybe that could be something.
Yeah, you feel it. It was felt at Aberdeen.
Massively. Both defensively there actually and going forward. So then, moving into midfield at the minute, that's probably our strongest area. You've got Jack, Kamara, Davis, and then Arfield coming back. Aribo's been pushed forward, and then you've got Kent and Doherty in behind who may well leave. If they leave, another one in, another body.
I think if multiple midfielders leave, which they're set to, I think they might see like I think if what Rangers might want in that position is a kind of more creative player, creative number 10 that can score goals, but is like a this kind of creative youthful midfielder. I think that there's space for that in the squad if those players leave. So I mean that might be somewhere we invest in January. If the right player becomes available, I think that's what it is. Going back to what I was saying, I think if you get an opportunity to sign a player like that in any of the leagues across Europe, then we might take it.
Potentially points on that. Okay, and then wide areas, which obviously we know that it's just all
over bodies.
Yeah, it's all that seemed to happen in the summer. It's Rangers have signed a new winger. Rangers are linked with a new winger. So in comes Barker, Ojo, Hasty. And then we've got Middleton coming back from his loan spell at Hibs, which didn't work out. And you've still got Kent there, and Jamie Murphy hasn't left yet. So
Greg Stewart's been used out wide more often than he's been used centrally.
So nobody's in there.
No,
not necessarily.
I can't imagine it.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a case of an abundance of quality, I don't think. But you can't sign people, that many wingers in the summer, and then
I'd be interested to see if Middleton gets a chance or if he's put out back on loan. I'm a big fan of Glenn. I think he's going to have a massive future at Rangers. And as much as his loan stint at Hibs didn't work out, he'll not be the first young player that's went out on loan, no had a great time, and have a fantastic career. I think you saw last season that he was putting up similar numbers to Ryan Kent. So there's a player there, and there's undoubtedly a player there. I think he's still a young laddie that's getting, he's a bit raw, he's getting that confidence, he's just kind of finding out who he is as a footballer, and I think I could see him getting just a few, if he's not put back out on loan.
Okay, and then last but not least, up front, so we've obviously got Morelos who's banged them in this season, and as a side, Gerrard only wants to play one up front, which limits you, which has obviously worked for the team wise, but it means that then you've one striker on the bench and nothing else. So when we come back after the break, when Morelos is suspended, we're just going to have Defoe. So Rangers been linked with guys like Lyle Taylor at Charlton, Kevin Nisbet at Dunfermline, the lower league players, and Shankland and that sort of stuff. Can you see another body coming in January?
I mean, I think there's going to have to be another player eventually, given that Jermaine Defoe's now, 37? Looks like he's going to sign another contract. He'll be here for another season at least. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we got like a Taylor. I don't know, though. I don't know if he'd be suitable for Rangers or where we're trying to strive to get to. I think he's turning 30 or something.
I think he's 29, bit of a journeyman and all, but I think he scored every single time he started for Charlton this year in the Championship. So
I think in centre forwards as well, a big amount it comes down to whether Morelos is at the club long term or not. I don't expect he's going to be sold in January, but if he's going to be sold in the summer, is it really worth bringing somebody in for 6 months when you know you're then going to have to bring in somebody else again in the summer? Do you look at bringing in a long term replacement for Morelos in January? Because it's certainly not Jermaine Defoe. And as good as Defoe's been for us, you see it in games when Defoe starts that we're a much different and a much weaker team with Jermaine Defoe leading the line.
So I mean, maybe we'll sign a loan player in that position if we need cover. But can you really see as imagine as invested in that kind of Morelos replacement whilst he's still at the club?
I think that's probably the main area for me that worries me slightly. That Morelos goes through, and obviously he's had his suspensions and stuff, but the guy never pulls a hamstring, touch wood. He's never injured, but if he is injured and misses 2 months, February, March, then we're really going to feel the pinch. So that's why I think there's someone we've got away with it up until this point, and I think maybe someone else. So in sum, no wholesale additions, but if there's quality there, go for it. I
think we will see a couple of signings, a couple of quality signings. I mean, I imagine we will, simply because we can't just rest on our laurels. If it becomes available, then we'll take it. And remember, last season we didn't think there would be that many signings. We got Defoe and Davis. So it's fun to watch. I don't think it'll be huge, but I think we'll see a couple of signings.
Okay, hopefully a productive month.